Jonathan Sri and the Park from Hell. Let's have a look. Hello everyone and welcome to this episode of Heiser Says. Now I want to talk about this local issue, and this is from a councillor of the Gabba ward here in Brisbane, so City Councillor Mr. Jonathan Sri, and he is pushing for a new park in the inner city area in his ward, of course, and that all sounds good. More trees, more green, fantastic. But there's a little bit more to it. So let's have a read. Here we've got a picture. It's just being used as a car park. Why couldn't they turn it in? Look at that, just quiet street there, nice little park on the corner. I'm sure it'll work. So he's put out a call to action, and I've seen it shared by a few people I know. And we used to live on this street, and I think it may not live up to his expectations. If you care about increasing the supply of public space and trees in inner city Brisbane, I would really appreciate it if you can take 2 minutes to put a quick phone call to the Lord Mayor's office about the following issue. This site at the northeast corner of Stanley Street and Wellington Road in East Brisbane, across the road from the East Brisbane State School, just down from the Gabba, is currently owned by council. Okay? At the moment, it's serving as a free parking lot, but I think it has the potential to be converted into a small park with some trees. Obviously, it's never going to be a place where you kick the ball around, unless perhaps you fence the whole thing and turn it into a basketball multi-purpose court. But in a neighbourhood that is so heavily built up and where all the surrounding sites are zoned for high density, having a little green space with a couple of trees, a park bench, maybe an art sculpture or small water fountain, would add a lot to local amenity. Most of the residents in nearby apartments don't have backyards of their own, and in the future will depend heavily on spaces like this as a respite from concrete canyons. It all sounds good. It sounds really good. We can all relate to that. Yes, nice little green park. He's creating an evocative image in your head. Now, this councillor, he's a bit of a character. He is. I've noticed that he appears to support Antifa, or goes to promote similar events to the local Brisbane Antifa chapter. So, he's a Green. What can you expect? It can't be any surprise. There's obviously an ideological motive here that he's pushing. But I would argue it shows a bit of a lack of understanding of the needs of, maybe some of the businesses in that area or the commuters that come to this area. Alternatively, it could be used for a small medium density public housing development. No private developer would bother, but the land could definitely put to good use by various community housing orgs. Now, this is a more sensible option, frankly. In this location, some community housing here. That's sensible. That's insane. Unfortunately, BBC is listing the property for sale. Why is that unfortunate? It's no problem. They seem to think it's too small to be usable green space. Yep. The site is probably also too small to be developed profitably unless it is amalgamated with neighbouring land. So if it does sell, the most likely outcome is that it will continue to be used as a private car park, maybe with more billboard advertising to take advantage of its prominent location. So he's called for a call to action to call the Lord Mayor's office for them not to sell this block of land. And what I would like to do is take a little tour of just this street in this area and have a bit of a talk about what is happening here. What's going on. So we'll have a look here. Wait a minute, why is that happening? I'll turn off YouTube chat because this isn't a live stream. So you can see here, this is the location across from the Gabba and the school. And so essentially his first proposal was to put a park at the intersection of 8 lanes of traffic. Okay, and that in some ways is insane just because of the noise. Now, you've already got, this is used for the school, and this is Wellington Road going up here. Now, I used to live in this house. Yep, this house right here on the road. 4 lanes of traffic. What's that street there? Can't even remember. Bain Street. There we go. And we had a park right here and a pub here at the end, the Pineapple Hotel. So I know the area reasonably well. We started our architectural practice there. We had 4 staff working in the living room, 2 working in the kitchen, and we'd moved into a little in the entry space and rented out another bedroom to make some money. So I know the area. This road is very noisy, and he wants to put a little park here. There's already a green space right here. Okay, that's only ever used on game day. On game day, if you've got another little green space here that's hardly ever used, and an issue to consider is, parking in this area is a bit of a nightmare. You've got here the bottle shop, Dan Murphy's. Okay, there's your biggest parking going on there. You've got the school here. They've got parking there. Maybe you could donate the property to the school to look at providing additional parking for their staff, perhaps. So this can be freed up for parents needing to drop off. Because this is, this is 4 lanes of traffic. Let's have a look. Do the Google Street View. We'll go down here and have a look. I mean, could you imagine a park there? The land is falling down there, and look at all this traffic. Just the noise that it would generate. This isn't a pleasant space. You would not take your children to this spot. City Council's got a, city cycle billboard there that they're making. Public housing, that's a more sensible idea. You wouldn't get much on there. You could probably, you'd have to develop it. It would definitely be a useful suggestion. And then, I'd rather they suggest donating the land to a public housing group or a homeless organization. Maybe build a homeless shelter right there. But the suggestion of turning it into a park itself is it's just ideologically driven. It's because he's appealing to his user base. He's appealing to his Facebook group. Let's put another park there. It is a horrific spot to have a park. As a parent, you wouldn't take a child there. As someone wanting to get a respite, say you lived in this tower here, would you go to that dicky little park in the middle of 5 roads, or would you, maybe catch a bus and go up here to the cliffs and enjoy it there, or even hop on your bike right up here to the huge park here, Raymond Park. There's even a dog park here. They've got cricket pitches here. Kids play. You can have a beer there and have a look. So the argument that it's adding more amenity, I think, is a bit facetious, really. I would suggest he lobbies maybe to, why doesn't he approach some of the organizations, Brisbane Housing Company, other not-for-profit organizations that are looking at developing this and trying to get council to maybe offer a substantially reduced payment to it, or just the lease it to them for 100 years, and then the council will get it back in time and own the building. So, yeah, park, stupid idea. Other options, interesting. This is a politician to watch, I think, just for making these statements. He's just going to his core constituents and just showing this image here. It's, I wouldn't say it's strategic. Just it happens to be probably when council took the photograph of it and he got it and there's no cars on this road, but it is not a quiet place. It's a horrible location for a park. And the fact that a councillor is even suggesting it just encourages me in the belief that these people shouldn't be allowed to have influence on planning decisions, because he obviously doesn't understand the noise implications of it. So, guys, let me know what you think. Would you be taking your children there to the park? Do you think this is just another green ideologue just, calling to his base? How many people would ring up council, the Lord Mayor's office, and push for this without even understanding the broader implications of this suggestion? I bet you a lot of them. Would just they're the same people that want to put authoritarian band bags on you and all these other they want to chip away at your freedoms bit by bit. They like controlling you. Let me know what you think in the comments. Please like, share, subscribe, ding the bell for future updates, and I will see you again tomorrow. Bye for now.